Welcome to the NH Campo Grande in Lisbon. Now, let's check in. We all like to get away now and again, and what better way than to spend a few nights at a hotel? We're here this week as we check into 3 hotels so we can check them out for you. Well, we were sort of hoping that we would be able to check in. It's quite early. It's actually only 12 o'clock. Check-in's not till 3, so they wouldn't let us check in. So we've had to leave our luggage off, and we've got 2 tokens here to enable us to pick it up later on. Anyway, the next thing that you will see is us checking into the actual room. A few hours later for us. Stick the key in, Paul. We need light. That's better.
Welcome to the NH Grand Campo Hotel. So the first door to the left is the bathroom. So you have a walk-in shower, and then they have their own shower gel, shampoo, and conditioner.
Their own brand, it says.
Hmm.
And it's green tea flavour.
Ooh.
Or scent. What's in the little box?
A shower cap.
Ah, you need one of those.
This is just what I need.
Yeah. What other amenities are there?
Soap and hand and body lotion.
And it's good to see that they have glasses for when we brush our teeth. You've got
And
your
this.
hair dryer. We've got one of these mirrors. Now, I love
Beauty
these.
ones.
Yeah, beauty mirror. I really love a beauty mirror, especially this. Actually, you can't really see it there, but
What are you looking
well,
for?
I'm looking at my face. It's absolutely enormous, but on here it looks normal. Oh, I know why. I know, that makes no difference. Can anybody tell me why in the picture it looks normal, but in the mirror I've got the enormous face?
Yeah, that is the case.
Branded bath mats. Is it a bath? Those are bath mats rather than towels, I think. And a bidet as well.
Should I try it?
I think I might have to try it, to be honest.
Okay, so this leads to the next room next to us, which is 806. And I think it's prevalent when you have multiple families staying together in one floor. So now let's take a look at the rest of the place.
Lights above the bed.
Maybe it's this switch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, down there.
And what are these? Oh, this is for the side. What is this for? I haven't figured that out yet.
Okay, what else have we got down here? There's a little notepad and a pen, the TV remote, and a telephone.
Oh, and it also says what the Wi-Fi code is.
Oh, right, that's
and
good.
what the Wi-Fi username is.
No, pillows. This is a thing that
Oh,
can be
gosh.
quite controversial. I think these look okay. Sort of. At least they're the sort
No.
of same. Oh, no, wait. Yours
Do
are
you remember-
different.
Do you remember how...
Oh, no, they're the same.
Like, it's kind of reminiscent of when we stayed at another hotel where one pillow was like a lot smaller than the one.
Yeah, these aren't as bad, and at least there isn't a great big square one. So I think that's okay. Let's try the bed.
It seems quite sturdy.
Yeah. Okay, if you do that, it won't be that sturdy. What's that? The Golden Book.
So this is their own book, the Lisbon Campo Grande NH book. So this
Takes in Lisbon, Cascais, or
Sintra.
Cascais, is it?
Yeah.
And Sintra and more.
Oh, so it's like an arty book.
Yeah. Okay, well that might be useful. Make sure we read it before we go. We'll come to the plugs later. Oh, what's that? It's a mirror, but it looks as though it opens into something. Ooh, the safe. Okay, that's good. I assume that it is the normal operating system. Oh, it shows you here. We'll do that later. We've got laundry bags, a shoe cleaning cloth, a shoe horn. Anything in the drawers?
Any slippers?
If there are, don't forget to take them, Paul.
Oh no, there's no slippers.
Well, there might be. What's on the other side?
Ironing board. There's a space up here.
Ironing board and iron. And how many hangers are there? Quite a lot.
4 with the clips.
Yeah.
And 6 without.
Wow, 10.
That's a lot.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot.
Now, let's have a look at the amenities. So down here we have a free bottle of water. So they provide 1 complimentary bottle of still water every day. There's a list here. They also provide every day 3 daily Nespresso capsules and 4 tea bags. If you want more, you have to pay for it. And there are other things as well. So there's a little mini fridge or a mini bar down here.
So there is sparkling water, there's Coca-Cola, there's Schweppes tonic, there's fruit juice, there's imported beer, national beer, Porto wine, sparkling wine, toasted almonds, chips, Oreo cookies, chocolate snack, jelly bears, and cereal bar.
And this is our own bottle of water that we bought in the local supermarket for 60 cents. Yeah, so here we've got the Pringles and the almonds and the
jelly bears.
Yeah, the gummy bears. And there's the bottle of red wine.
At least they gave you one of these.
Oh,
No.
just one. Okay. Oh dear. We might have to go back to the
Market.
yeah, and get some of those. Oh, wait a minute. That's brown sugar and white sugar. That's sweetener, I suppose. Sometimes they give you creamer.
And this is the exact Nespresso machine that we have at home.
Yes, it is. So we've got 2 sets of cups, regular cups for tea, I suppose, then espresso cups, 2 glasses, and a room service menu. We've got a light here. It just shows a little finger thing, so I guess you just touch that. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's up there. You have to press the actual button, not where it shows.
Oh,
it's pointing.
okay.
Let there be more light. There is a little stool down there. Oh, we should mention the chairs as well. Swivel chair, which I'll be using when I am working for editing, and a nice lounge chair there for you, Paul.
It's quite hot in here.
Yes, it's actually, we're having a bit of a heat wave while we're here. It's about 26, 27 degrees Celsius outside. Oh, when we came in, that was on. Oh, right, okay.
So you first press on this middle button, and then you could do minus or plus. So if we want it...
I reckon 16 is as low as it goes.
So...
Yeah. But you said that there's on. Yeah.
Then...
Well, we do want it on.
You click on this, and then it turns on.
Okay, leave it on because we do want the room to cool down. Now, we'll come to the TV in a moment because I want to see if they've got any UK channels. A lot of hotels in Europe do now. But let's take a look, first of all, at the view. Is this a room with a view? We genuinely haven't looked. So we really do not know what we're going to find.
A view of the other houses.
Yeah.
It feels quite hot from the sun outside.
It sure does.
Which is why I think we need to...
Well, you can just feel it as soon as you open them. I think we close the curtains again.
Yes.
Lots of people hanging out there washing, so...
It would dry really quickly.
Not much of a view, but at least there's something to look at. Okay, let's have a look at the TV and see what channels that there might be.
It flashed.
I wonder, is it a smart TV? Does it have YouTube? A very scantily clad lady. Looks like a soap opera. Ah, Okay. Now look, there's flags here. If you go down, you might be able to select, is it channels from different countries? English. Go to English and see what happens.
Oh, then this is quite smart. Now what?
Then I would go up to channels up there. Or okay, features. No.
Miracast, internet. I'm assuming that might be it.
I don't think that's YouTube because usually it's just on its
not.
own. And then go back over up again to channels. And then I think if you scroll across, more.
I pressed it.
All right, all channels. It's not looking good. We're into radio stations now. Oh well. Now let's look at the all important plugs. Or sockets. There's one there. We'll not look in the bathroom because it doesn't really count.
One there.
One over there, that's two. Yes, always check behind things. So we could use these. There's two here. One is being used for the coffee machine, one for the kettle. So we'll include those. That's 4. There's one over there at the light. That's 5.
One there.
One over here. That is 6. And there's a USB. Well, it says USB, but it might be difficult to get anything in there because it's sort of at a weird angle.
And then
There's one for the light down there.
Did you count this one?
I did. So you could, I suppose, count the one for the light. So that's 7. But if you discount the ones that are actually being used for things,
So
there's only 4.
1.
Yeah. And I'm not sure about those USBs. But what we usually do, and we've done it this time, is we've brought our own extension cord.
UK.
Yeah, so we just need to plug it in, and then we have we've got like 3 sockets out of that.
So this is the cod, and it is on a bed of spinach or mixed vegetables. And then there's also, I think they're sauteed potatoes. So that looks quite nice. Oh, look at this from all angles. There is an elliptical machine over here, treadmill, bike, weights, medicine ball, cross trainer, and weights over here. Don't get caught spying on someone's YouTube channel. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Paul and Marcus.
Our time at the NH Hotel Campo Grande has come to an end. We've had 4 nights here, and I have to say it's been very, very comfortable. I slept well in the bed and there were no problems with the pillows whatsoever. What did you think of the bed, Paul?
It was really good. I think this is one of the best mattresses I've slept on in a hotel, and I also enjoyed the softness and the comfiness of the 2 pillows.
We made good use of the hospitality tray. We really enjoyed the Nespresso capsules for our coffee in the morning before we went down for breakfast. And speaking of breakfast, there was a really good range of continental items as well as bacon, beans, and I think there were mushrooms as well.
Vegetables.
Yeah, so there was a really good selection. It was all very, very tasty, and you'll have seen what we ate. But just on our last morning, which is just now as we're recording this, and after we'd done the initial breakfast piece, you decided that you would get a freshly cooked omelette. Yes.
So the waiter came to me and says, "Do you want any eggs?" And then I said, "Yeah, could I have one with mushrooms and onions?" So it took like about 7 minutes, but it was piping hot. It was too big for me to finish on my own.
Well, I had a little bit. You gave me a couple of little bits.
So it was really good, wasn't it? We had dinner here on 2 occasions, and I think I had different things each time, and I think I had the beef,
and I had the burger on the first night, and then on the second night I had this it was pork tongue and potato, and you'll have seen that, and it was really, really tasty.
The shower was really good. I normally use the rain coming from above, but there's also the holdy bit on the side just in case you wanted water elsewhere. In addition to that, I also tried out the bidet. So I've seen it in Spain and Portugal before, but I've never actually tried it, but it was interesting to try out.
I think the least said about that, the better. The shower was really good because you could set the temperature quite precisely, and you could take it above like the usual hot spot. If you wanted it a little bit warmer, you had to press the button in a bit more and then turn it around. But yes, it was good to have the option of the rain shower and also the handle shower that you could use for those hard to reach places. And they also provided plenty of towels as well. There were 2 bath towels, there was the bath mat, there was a little hand towel, and then 2 bigger sized hand towels as well. We've just realised that there's tinted glass on the window, because if you slide this open like that,
oh wow,
it's brighter. But to be honest, I think that would probably have been too bright. Now we're actually on the flight path towards Lisbon Airport, and for the first 3 days we saw the flights coming in, and we did a short on that, which you may have seen. But today the flights are leaving in this direction, so we're going to try to capture one before we go. And they do fly quite low. Actually, when they were landing, they were much lower than they were than they are for taking off.
Just hit record.
I'm recording.
It was also good that the hotel had a gym in the facility. There were plenty of bottled waters, and there were small mini towels as well, and I think that it had a good mix of machines for you to work out with.
And they even had apples.
Yeah, I think I saw like about 3 or 4.
Unfortunately, the TV didn't have the BBC, but we didn't spend a lot of time watching TV anyway. When we were in the hotel, I was quite busy editing. Now, for the first 3 nights, we don't think anyone was in the room next to us, but last night there definitely was. And because of this connecting door, we did hear some noise quite late at night, it did eventually die down. But if you can see there is a space at the bottom of the door. I put my hand underneath it and there is like a rubber thing, so it's not as if it's like the space is going the whole way through. But I think in a room where there was no connecting door, that would probably have cut down any noise coming from next door. And similarly with the actual door into the room, there was a little space underneath. So we didn't really notice anything the first 3 nights again, but last night, on our 4th night, we did decide just to put some bags down there, just to sort of soften any noise. Now there was a problem with the lock, not from the inside because you can just lock it like this, but from the outside. On some occasions the door didn't lock, so we had to try it several times. We made good use of the safe. It's always a good place to put your passports or any valuables that you've got into the safe. The seating was very comfortable. Paul mostly sat there and I mostly sat here to do editing. And look, there's another plane just taking off. I think I should mention the Wi-Fi. It wasn't as strong as it has been in many of the hotels that we stay in. In fact, usually when we stay in a hotel, it's so good we don't even think about it, so we maybe don't mention it. And I think we should probably mention it in these episodes. Now, you could upgrade to a stronger type of Wi-Fi, so we were just on the free basic one, so I understand that it's maybe not going to be as good as it could have been. But I was able to upload some episodes, but it did take longer, several hours, compared with several minutes sometimes in some hotels that we've stayed in. And Paul was downloading some stuff as well, and it did take a little bit longer than perhaps it would do at home, for example. So overall, I was very impressed with this hotel. I'm going to have to knock a point off for the lock and maybe a half point for the connecting door, because even though it's not the hotel's fault, they could maybe have put us in a room which wasn't connecting, but maybe there wasn't one available for the type of room that we had booked. So we're going to give it, well, from my point of view, an 8.5, which is really high score for a hotel for me. So what about you, Paul? What rating would you give it?
I think I would give it a 9. I think that the noise was beyond their control. I also decided to maybe deduct a point because it was under the flight path.
I thought that was a bonus, you see.
I don't know. It
depends what you want.
I think I kept hearing it, and then I didn't, it took me a while to get to sleep afterwards because of that.
You see, I enjoy I'm weird when it comes to sound. I don't like sound coming from other people. But transport, trains, buses, or planes, maybe buses not so much, but certainly trains I don't mind, and aircraft I don't mind. I actually find it quite soothing. I think we have to give a shout out to the waiter who served us the 2 nights at dinner. He was very, very attentive and very chatty and very, very friendly. So top marks, 10 out of 10 to him. And in fact, to all the staff, they were all very, very friendly indeed. So if you're coming to Lisbon, you might want to check out this hotel. And
why not?
Very, very close to the NH campus metro station as well. It's about a 2-minute walk away. And you've also got the NH campus train station, which is about a 7-minute walk away.
And we are within maybe 2-3 minute walk from the supermarket, Continente.
Yes, that's right. And there are some little bars and restaurants around here as well. Well, we hope that you have enjoyed today's episode, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.